Shabbos Parshas Devorim, Shabbos Chazon, Tisha B'Av Nidcha, Yom Aleph, Asir B'Av, Yom Beis, Yud Aleph B'Av, Tov Shin Nun Aleph. So this Sikha is actually a combination Sikha. They took 4 days or 3 days. They took, and it landed on this in the same way as this year. It was a Tisha B'Av Nidcha. So it's very interesting. It's also very apropos, right? Especially Nagea to this year. So the Itzikateg, this day, Befrat, Kumendik from Shabbos Tisha B'Av Nidcha, Zan Yomim Mesugolim B'Yesarif B'Yes HaMashiach Tzidkenu. These days especially are apropos days even more for Mashiach, I'm saying. So this is an Iker in Emunas Yisrael, Ani Ma'amin Azachaka Lebechol Yom Shiavai, B'Firush Shiavai B'Chol Yom. So the Rebbe is saying that normally every day we have to have the Emunah that Mashiach is going to come. And just interestingly, I saw recently it's brought in one of the Pirushim on the Rambam's Pirush HaMishnayos, this idea that you believe Mashiach can come every day. One of the Mefarshim say that if a person doesn't believe Mashiach can come today, then it's very hard for them to believe he's going to come sometime in the future. Because whatever reason a person thinks he can't come today, that will also apply to the future. So believing Mashiach can come every day is really an essential part of believing Mashiach coming b'chlal. So the Rebbe is saying that even though Mashiach can, every day is a special day for Mashiach to come, I think the clock stopped for some reason. But anyways, even though every day Mashiach...
We're back. Ready? So in addition to the fact that we anticipate Mashiach coming every day, especially in these days in general, you get as mentioned many times in the past, as like Alice Simoni Agula, according to all the signs of Gula, is Hine Zem Mashiach. Here Mashiach is come. Take Miyad Mamush immediately now. When Dash's Mashiach is noch nit gekommen, and this time Mashiach did not come yet, is in ganze nicht verstanden, is in totally not understood. Is das noch mehr unterstrachen in die Tag when Chesha, but it's even more emphasized in the month of the state in Medrash, like the Medrash says. Allah Rio Mazal Rio Chesha Mishi vehechriv. That on the lion came in the mazel of lion, the 5th month, and destroyed us Ariel, Beis Hamikdash. In order for the lion to come.
Wow, and thank you, Eli. Thank you, Tzvi, for all the good stuff. I just want to. I was giving you the heads up before that I'm in the bus, so at any point the service could go, so therefore the clock could pause for like a good few minutes. Maybe Rebelli will go through the whole sikha while we're waiting for the timer. Okay, so let's see. I'm in the middle of this paragraph with you, Reb Tzvi, so I'm just gonna go from where I'm holding. Right, so we said, "Bigred lachrein kam pam as late Ali Simon Agula is he is the Mashiach, but take me ad mamish. When das ist Mashiach ist noch nicht gekommen, ist in ganz nicht verstanden. Und das noch mehr unterstrachen in die Tag von Chodesh Av, wie steht in Medrash, Allah Arya Mazal Arya, Chodesh HaChamishi. And I saw that some Okay, Ashkacha Pratas, I got a call. So Eli, go ahead. Reb Eli, sorry.
So no, it's all right. Eli is fine. So what were you going to say about Chodesh HaChamishi? I thought you were going to say something interesting.
Somebody on the group quoted today that in the same month that it was destroyed, it has to be rebuilt.
Okay. So Yeah, I'm not sure. So Av is a special. Is this B'chlau? Av is a special month that's really Mesugel to Mashiach, and these days are Mesugel to Mashiach. And das says in Chodesh Av wird sein der Binde Beis Hamikdash Shlishi Mikdash Adnai Kene Yedecha und Nachmer. Das ist die Kavanah in der Tanai Val Manasseh Zeh is given der Chub Beis Hamikdash B'Chodesh Zeh that the Rebbe talks about many times that the whole Yerida of Galus, the whole Yerida of the destruction was only Almanas that it should be built. So the Rebbe it's such a redemptive kind of idea that there's no such thing as a negative occurrence that wasn't for the purpose of a positive, ultimate positive, which is the Gula. He says, Oich Mugish in the Naman from the Chodesh, we have at Angruf and Api Minug Yisov, was there, he Menachem of, as far of, before of, far the Shema Chodesh and Terah. So of is like the negative, is Men Mak the Menachem, Nechomas HaGeula, the Necham of Gula was das by Daita, as dem Chodesh kum not Necham, die is in dem Chodesh kommt die Nechamas HaGeula Menachem, die Nechama if Ali in Yani of, durch Mahapach sein, die Yan Bild Yitzim from the Yiddiv Chodesh of to an Aliyah Chidela, Menachem Shavi Aryeh, Mazel Aryeh, Yivne Ariel. Was Amanazeh is given the Yiddiv Kanal. So the Rebbe is saying the whole name of the month is really teaching us that the whole purpose of the negative Yerida of Av is for the Gula Amitas Fashlema.
I really enjoyed it. For me, I have a question right now. Like, what am I meant to do in this time to bring the Gula? That what is the Rebbe asking? Like, it's interesting that in the Chumash it was saying how Moshe Rabbeinu, he searched for wisdom, he found wisdom, but he didn't find those that when there is no business, they make business. Like when someone it's in this week in the Chumash, and my question is, what am I supposed to take the initiative and do in order for Mashiach to come? I have the question. In Chodesh Menachem of Atzmai is das noch starker. In the month of Menachem of itself, this is even stronger in the talk from Tisha B'Av on the actual 9th day. Sai mitzat kol sayim, both because of the general aspect of the day. Sai mitzat zayin kfiyas b'shanas du b'yem Shabbos, and even more so this year when it falls out on Shabbos. This is I was saying how Tisha B'Av in general is a phenomenal day to bring Mashiach. How much more so when Tisha B'Av is on Shabbos. So I'm gonna pass to Isaac over here. Again, this is the.
Thank you, guys. Ellie, I hope you don't mind. I put you on mute. Generally, it's easier to hear. Okay, let's see a little further. I just have a small question, which I just haven't seen yet. The Rebbe, by the way, that's exactly what I was going to say. How the Rebbe was saying how the month itself, the Almanas, right? The whole condition was is given der Chubin Beis Hamikdash b'Chodesh Zeh, right? The whole condition of the Beis Hamikdash being destroyed in this month was that it will be rebuilt in this month, which is interesting, which we didn't talk about last month. The famous question: every moment, is the best time ever, So I guess that's how it is. Not a question, and just that's a fact. Now is the best time ever. Yeah, Chazal sagen. As in dem Tag von Tisha B'Av, Yom Shechar of Bayis, Yolid Malka Mashiach. King Mashiach was born. When their Indian Chazit sich Iber Machadish B'chol Tisha B'Av, when Yosef B'Yom Ledes Funa mention is Mazali Gover, heißt es, as B'Tisha B'Av is Mizgaber Mazali Shtam Mashiach Zekenu. When is a Yom Mesugel of them Geula Mitzvah Shlema. Wow. I was also going to, I didn't have a chance to explain it, but I was going to ask about why Mazali Aryeh, like all of a sudden we're focusing on it. Okay, Rebelli, go ahead. Ellie, you got to take yourself off mute for us to hear you.
There we go. All right. Am I off mute?
Yeah. Now we can hear you.
Oh, shoot.
It's good. We can hear you now.
Okay, very good. So, sorry. So, just to touch upon quickly the question that was raised, what are we supposed to be doing now to bring Mashiach? Of course, there are many different answers to this question. You hear all the time. But I think one of the things you see from the Sikha, how the Rebbe is tying everything into the end of Mashiach. I think that's kind of a general tenuah that we take, that if we try and search as much as we possibly can into our lives, the end of Mashiach, it has a cumulative impact. In other words, the more we orient ourselves towards the Mashiach, the more we pack ourselves with the Mashiach, we're becoming like supercharged Mashiach people. And that, in other words, maybe we might not have the exact right answer, right? We might not know the exact step, the exact right thing to do, but the more we commit ourselves to the whole in of Mashiach, we're developing ourselves to be in the right place at the right time, to do the right thing. So even the process of like becoming more invested in Mashiach and Gula, I think, is doing what we're supposed to be doing. Und das ist again halacha l'maaseh. Hier steht in Kisvei Arizal. So this, that Tisha B'av is Mazal Gever of Mashiach. As mezakt filas nachim psukinacham beim Tisha B'av b'mincha. Ki az minchas Tisha B'av neder Mashiach nikum nachim. So the Rebbe is saying this isn't just some esoteric idea that the Mazel of Mashiach is shining on Tisha B'av. We see it, it's halacha. We see it in davening, right? And the reason why we say Nachem on Mincha is because that's the birthday of Mashiach. So we see it's a practical thing. That's every Jew actually. So you could see that this isn't just a Lubavitch thing, that every single Jew from Yid on Tisha B'av is saying Nachem in Mincha because of Mashiach.
By the way, I appreciate your fire. And I don't know, is it a choice I have to make to just let everyone think I'm crazy and pursue Mashiach? Is that something I need to do? Or because right now I'm just staying calm and cool and everybody thinks I'm normal, or they don't think I'm normal either way. Anyway, Yesh Laima. As when Tisha B'av is Chol B'Shabbos. So we can say that when Tisha B'av falls out on Shabbos, we Gviya Shana Zu. On their tightness in the fast, Amir is Nachim is Nitchel Yom Aleph, and the fast is pushed to and the day saying of Nachim is pushed to Sunday. Verdan Nitchel Nordin Yon Butritzuim only is pushed off on the negative things. The fasting and the laws of mourning, but the positive and wanted things. That on this day is born the savior of the Jewish people. It's not pushed off. I feel nit up and the Chas V'Shalom to say that it's even weakened. And just the opposite, the good that's in the 9th of Av is even more revealed and even more strong on a Shabbos day.
Wow, very powerful. Thank you, Tzvi. And yeah, I was gonna kind of go a little bit with the theme of what Rabbi Eli was saying. That idea that by us knowing, kind of like answering my own question on this, like, what's so special about now? When I know that now is special, in a sense, so then it is apropos for Mashiach, it is involved. And by learning about it and by knowing about it, so then I'll probably behave slightly different, maybe less worried about being crazy. I mean, I think I'm the normal one anyways. I'm pretty sure. Be set up over here on the bus, Okay. I was going to ask a question. When the Rebbe is quoting this idea about by Mincha on Tisha B'av, what we say, when it's a Mincha, we say it anyways on Sunday, we're going to say it. So kind of a question of like, it seems like this, even the good aspect is being, maybe that's what the Rebbe is coming to answer and saying, no, the good stuff is not being pushed off. The good stuff is right here on Tisha B'av on the very day that Mashiach was born. Anyways, a thought. Okay, so I don't have that much time, so I'm going to pass it on to Reb Eli. But you got to go off mute because I put you back on mute again.
Okay. So, so just a quick point about normalcy. I think there's 2 points about being invested in Yoni Mashiach and being normal. The first point is, I think what the Rebbe wants from us is that we should be so invested that we feel that this is actually the normal progression of things. That, in other words, that from creation, from the whole of history, from the Jewish history of now till and the Nesius of the from the Baal Shem Tov to the Nesius of the Rebbe, leading into Mashiach, that he wants us to see all of history as the normal end of it is Geula, and that's we're here. And then naturally, if Geula is really here, how could you not prepare? How could you not be invested? In other words, the Rebbe wants to make it normal by us. That's one part. So it's something we have to work on. I had to work on a long time to not feel like I was weird and crazy. But the more you learn the Sichas, you're like, whoa, this is obvious. But it's something that it takes time to cook in. I think, and then the other thing is kind of like I don't know how old you guys are, but I'm over 40 right now, and I've seen a lot of people, a lot of things. Everyone's mamash crazy out there, to be honest with you. The whole thing that people are normal, nobody's normal out there. So if our craziness is this, halavai, you know what I mean? There's so many other craziness that this is a much better one than all other ones. Okay. I give up my time.
Hi, Ellie. I'm really enjoying your presence in my life. Thank you. Here we go. And the reason for this is since all worldly matters, including even the things which are extremely uplifted in the order of creation, like angels, even the 10 spheres, and Devorim are created pashat for the Yidden, and for Torah. And the thought that the Eibishter had about the Yidden is even before Torah. Torah is again given to the Yidden. The Torah was given for Yidden, like you see proof from the Torah itself. There cannot be an existence within the world. Oops. Sorry. The Rabbi Isaac Freezer was in me, so I'm going to keep going to the end of the paragraph. There can't be the movement. I feel like the movement of the stars and the moons. It's all created for Yidden. So it can't be that such a concept would disturb holiness of the Jewish people. Related these guys can't mess with the birth of Mashiach. Let's give Rabbi Isaac a few seconds if he could speak. If not, Rabbi, he could probably hear, in my assumption. Yeah, it's up to you, Rabbi. We'll come back, Bezat Hashem.
You want to continue a little, or what do you want to do?
My question is, you have a good outlook on the idea of normalcy and pursuing the concept of Mashiach. I was learning the week from last week, and it was about Matas Maaseh, and the Rebbe is explaining how comfortable we have to be with the idea of Mashiach. Like the idea of, the Rebbe was explaining how 1, 2, and 3, and then it gets higher than even it's not the Eibishter and us anymore. It's a complete fusion of oneness. So I was speaking about it with my family, my extended family. So there's the idea of giving your spouse complete control. For one night, you say, you know what, wherever you want to go, whatever you want me to do. There's an idea that there's actually a movement, and there's a whole thing that out there to give your spouse a complete empowerment for 24 hours. So I brought it up at the Shabbos table, and people were basically saying, to me, this sounds like a nightmare. That my spouse should make all the decisions, what I should wear, where we should go, what we should eat. I want to have a say. I'm the one that's eating. I'm the one that's wearing. I'm the one that's going. And to me, this is a perfect example of, the Eibishter, Mashiach, this is all the Eibishter taking over in a revealed way, the world, Gili, Atzmus, and Mohus. And I'm supposed to be comfortable with that. And to be honest, like, I'm pretty comfortable with my Nefesh Bahamas. I don't know how comfortable I am with adapting myself to even the one that I love the most. You know, I don't know how comfortable I am to adapt my practical to what I eat and how I sleep and these things. I think that it's very lofty. So that's my.
No, it's too weird. But I mean, I think that's a great example that you gave at the table. And I guess the thing is, the fact is that you were able to conceive of that example. Like you conceived of that example, and maybe if you're not ready for it, you can imagine yourself doing it, right? Like even if you might have objections, you can imagine it. It seems that the people you told the table didn't even want to imagine it. Right? So I guess in a way, if we want to use the example, if rather imagine what it would, even if you say you're ready for it. And this is the Shabbos the Rebbe says, even if we are outside the Geula, because we're about Nimi, through learning about Inyani Geula Mashiach, it can bring us into it.
I think let me bring my kids. He's crying. Do you want to sign out? You want to continue another day? Whatever you.
This is a good Torah, and then when we have a time, we'll do more. When else is good.
Yeah, we're stopping here?
I think so, right?
Okay, perfect. Shikaya. I'm looking forward to better and more.
To be continued.
We don't like it. We don't like that.